Hi, Julia.
Hi, Lisa Joe, and hi, everyone joining us.
What I would like to do is kind of briefly talk about this month's mission. And Julia and I both were like, yeah, this is something that we really feel strongly about. And we both received messages that this theme would be really good. The theme for this month is blessing the waters of Gaia collectively, excuse me. So, for those of you that are watching a replay, I ask you to get a glass or a ceramic glass cup to I'm going to show you how to do some blessing of the water for yourself and for some of the things that you'll be doing hopefully later, this month. And so we would prefer you to use either purified water or even spring water. If you just have tap water, that's fine. But once I teach you how this process goes, you'll be able to get the spring water or, the filtered water as well. So, I thought it was really interesting, Julia, that both of us kind of had basically the same type of messages when it came to the water and, collectively blessing the water for the world or for Gaia. And these blessings will help all of humanity, the earth, lands, and all the species of reptiles, insects, animals, and the water and the sea creatures. And we ask that you bless the water, whether you visit or you reside by any type of water, including the wetlands, canals, ponds, lakes, streams, springs, rivers, seas, oceans, and or re reservoirs. I'll get it out there. So, um, if I missed one, just if I missed one, hopefully I didn't do that. So we're going to go ahead, and Julia's going to go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, our regular guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Zadkiel, and Serapis Bey are leading the way. And then joining them this month in supporting us in blessing the waters of Gaia are Saint Germain, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel, Yeshua, Mary, Mother of Yeshua, the Lemurian priestesses and priests, and the Arcturians. And this you'll have a little bit more detail as to the ways in which each of them is supporting later on in the prayer, which is also provided as a downloadable file in the group.
So the crystal allies anchoring the energy of blessing the earth's waters. Um, Okay, so this grid's going to be a little different. But what I will say is in the center of the grid, and then Julia will follow up with what I'm saying, is going to be a glass of water or a bottled glass water that's going to be in the middle of the grid. And then, of course, I'm going to teach you how to bless that water so that you can work with that as well with other tasks to do. But what I do want to say is do not put your stones or your minerals in the water for safety concerns. It's okay to take a water and place your stones around, even if you don't do it for the grid, but for moving forward. You could take your crystals or your stones or minerals and place them around your water, and the water will actually absorb the energies in there as well. So I will explain when it's my turn how we can do the blessed water.
And then as for the crystal grid, we're going to have various crystals that support and amplify the energy of our intentional prayer. And so we're now going to tell you a little bit about the suggested crystals and also their roles and functions within the grid. And of course, feel free also to use your intuition, as we've said in previous months. And, if you feel guided to place something differently or to bring in a different stone, or if you don't want to use stones and prefer to use nature items, that's fine too. But the suggested grid, we have, as Lisa Joe has said, the glass or the bottle of water in the center. And then around that, what is being suggested is one piece of clear quartz, which acts as a master amplifier, stabilizing the entire grid. One piece of Larima, which carries Lemurian ocean memory and deep water healing. And one piece of shungite, which is a natural carbon mineral, historically used in water for its unique purifying quality.
So after that, the center part of is done. The inner ring is going to be for purification and flow, and of course, it's going to be represented by, north, south, east, and west. So we have a selenite that's in the north, lunar purifications, clarity, cleansing the waters filled. Blue kyanite would be in the east, alignment, flow, transmission of intention. And then Krista Cola, yeah, I said it, in the south, Cinnamon, water, wisdom, emotional soothing, and amethyst would be set in the west, which represents tranquility, spiritual attunement, softening the emotional body.
And then a middle ring to represent the energy of emotional healing and compassion. Again, using 4 stones, with these being placed between the directional stones. And what is being suggested is 2 pieces of rose quartz for heart coherence, compassion, and emotional restoration, because, of course, water is the element of the emotions. 1 piece of moonstone for lunar tides, intuitive flow, and emotional balance. And 1 piece of amazonite for peaceful communication and soothing currents. So this middle ring softens the collective emotional field, bringing harmony.
And then the outer ring from there represents a planetary water connection. Aquamarine, and you can use 1 to 3 pieces, which connects the blessings to ocean, rivers, rain, and cycles. Blue apatite, 1 piece would work fine, helps the prayer travel across distance, and it's a broadcast stone, which I didn't know that, so that's very interesting. Celestilite, 1 piece, is an angelic harmonizing way of helping the water element. And
And
yeah, go ahead, Julia.
sorry, as you know from previous months, we have printable grids in the group files, a flower of life, a 7-pointed star crystal, and an earth grid. Feel free to use them. As we said before, to use different things, nature items, pictures, statues, rocks, anything that you feel like you want to put on your grid. And as we have also shared before, the grid is an optional part of this as well. It's for people who enjoy consecrating their intention through the construction of a grid. Lisa Jo, is there anything that you want to add here, or?
I think the only other thing was about the prayer that we will be speaking about later, and lighting a candle. That is really an optional thing, but it does tie in with the grid. But you can do anything from just a small little prayer that you comes from your own heart that focuses on the mission of blessing the water, or you can use the beautiful prayer that Julia made that is provided already within the group files. But yeah, I think that you've covered everything really well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with the first, it's kind of a meditation and also an activation, and then I will teach you at the end about how you can bless the water for yourself and for the other part of the world in the rivers or wherever you travel by, or just maybe you live by a waterway. So today is called Blessing the Sacred Waters of Gaia. It's a sacred meditation with 1 activation. So you can have your eyes either open or closed. It doesn't matter, just as long as you can hear the sound of my voice. If you get distracted, just bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice or even Julia's voice when she does what she does. So go ahead and take a slow, gentle breath in and exhale when you're ready. And go ahead and do that 2 more times, focusing in your heart space, and allow your body to relax and become more present in this moment. Whether you are standing beside a pond, a lake, stream, river, wetland, canal, spring, reservoir, sea, or ocean, or simply holding the image of water within your heart, know that your intention carries beyond the distance. And today we gather in sacred connection with the waters of Gaia. We come not to control or direct, but to honor, to bless, and to offer our love. And take another deep breath in, filling up your lungs, and slowly release when you're ready. If your feet are on the ground, let your feet feel connected to the earth beneath you. Feel the living presence of Gaia supporting you. Now bring your awareness to the waters within your mind or before you. Imagine that you notice the movement of the water. Notice the stillness. Notice the life that exists within and around these sacred waters. Imagine seeing the insects that dance upon the surface, the fish that swim below, the reptiles that seek refuge along the shore, the birds that gather nearby. You may even see the animals that drink from these waters, and the plants and ecosystems that depend upon them. Allow gratitude to fill your heart. If you feel guided to place one or both hands on your heart, that's perfectly fine. And feel that gratitude each time you take your air in and as you release. Silently say after me, beloved Gaia, I honor the sacred waters that sustain all life. Pause and breathe for a moment. We'll be staying here before we move on. Beloved Gaia, I honor the sacred waters that sustain all life. Imagine a soft, golden, white light descending from above. This light is gentle. This light is loving. This light carries the vibration of harmony, balance, and restoration. Watch as this light touches the waters. These blessed waters receive this healing and support with ease now. Every drop begins to shimmer with divine love. Allow yourself to become a witness to this sacred exchange. You are not separate from these waters. The waters within your own body recognize this blessing. The earth responds. Life responds. You may place your hands where they're comfortable for a moment as we begin the first activation. You can shift your position a little bit if you need to. And this blessing activation is the blessing of living water. Again, I ask you to place one or both hands over your heart and repeat aloud or silently after me. And there is about a paragraph that you'll be speaking after me. I call forth the highest divine light codes of love, harmony, and restoration. May these waters be blessed. May all reptiles, insects, animals, fish, birds, and sea creatures receive this blessing according to their highest good. May these waters support life in balance and harmony. May all beings who depend upon these waters be nourished, protected, and sustained. I anchor gratitude into these waters. I anchor compassion into these waters. I anchor love into these waters. I'm going to say this one more time and I'll slow down a little bit. I call forth the highest divine light codes of love, harmony, and restoration. May these waters be blessed. May all reptiles, insects, animals, fish, birds, and sea creatures receive this blessing according to their highest good. May these waters support life in balance and harmony. May all beings who depend upon these waters be nourished, protected, and sustained. I anchor gratitude into these waters. I anchor compassion into these waters. I anchor love into these waters. Amen, and so it is. As you imagine this water that is in front of you, see the waves of the light expanding outward through the water. The blessing travels naturally and effortlessly. There is no force, only love, only blessing, only light. And take a gentle breath in and slowly release when you're ready. As I ask you to gently return to your body, and on your next breath in, and as you release, open up your eyes, adjusting to the light that is around you. So now what we're going to do is the blessing of the glass of water. So if you have your water nearby, go ahead and grab that and place it in front of you. So there's several different ways of blessing the water. So you can put both hands cupped. I'm kind of holding my water, but both hands like over the water like that. Or you can also place your hands on near the side of the waters. You just don't want to touch the glass completely. You just want to either, the way I'm teaching you first would be to let your hands be over the water. So let me move my keyboard here and I'll do this with you. So by now, hopefully you've got your glass of water and placed it in front of you. And I would like you to take a breath in as you focus on your heart space. And then you're going to exhale when you're ready. And then establish a regular breathing for yourself. As I call in Yeshua and Mary, Mother of Yeshua, to come forward, you may feel them beside you, or you may feel the energy shift in the room that you're in. And the way that you would do this is once you've, kind of centered in your heart, you have your glass in front of you, you would say, I now call upon Yeshua and Mother Mary of Yeshua to come forward. And one will come and be on your right side, and one will come on and be on your left side. Okay, I feel them with me. It may take a moment for you to recognize their energies, but what I'm being told is that they are here and are with each and every one of you. So you're going to move your hands over the glass like this or like that, and you're going to hold your hands there. And we ask that this glass of water be blessed with divine energies and light frequencies now. You may even feel energy flowing out of the palms of your hands. You may feel tingles across your body or your hands. You may get goosebumps. So what I do is, as I keep my hands over the glass, and as these energies transfer through us into the water, you just leave your hands there and you will know when it's time to remove your hands. If you've had your hands there for a while and you're just kind of not really sure whether you should move your hands, you can always request that they let you know when you're done, and will signal to you that they are done. You can say, "Are we done?" And you should hear either a yes or a no. If it's no, then you just leave your hands there a little longer. So I'll let you know when they tell me that we're done. And it really doesn't take that long to do. They are very powerful entities, masters that they are in their own rights. But we are done. So you can remove your hands now. And they ask you to pick up your glass and take a drink of your blessed water. So this water can actually be refilled with more spring water or purified water. And you would just add the water. Let's say your glass gets down to here. You could just add more water in, and all of this water that comes back in is going to be blessed with the energies that are already there. The nice thing is you can share the water with family, friends, animals, plants, and anything that requires living water. If you run out of water, which is perfectly fine, because it's going somewhere, you can either bless a larger amount of water or even larger bodies of water, like lakes, streams, and rivers, by doing the same process, by asking Yeshua and Mary, Mother of Yeshua, to come forward and to be with you while you bless the water that you are around, or the water that you want to have for yourself or your family. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. You can either bring your own glass, and let's say you're at a body of water, and you can pour that water in there. You can call forth, Yeshua and Mary, and ask them to help you bless the water that's in front of you. You can even take some of the water that's out of the river or the stream, but don't fall in. And you can actually bless that water and then pour it back into the other body of water. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do with this. But after you've actually blessed the water, you want to thank Yeshua and Mary, Mother of Yeshua, as them being there. It's really an honor to be able to work with them. At least I feel like it is for me. And they'll be there. You may not always feel them, but maybe you do. Some people see them, or just like see lights flicker. Everyone's just a little different. I don't actually see them, but I feel their presence when they come around, and it's just a knowingness. And if you've not worked with them personally before, it can become very overwhelming and emotional. Um, at least that was my first experience. I just couldn't stop crying because it was just a blessing to have them when I worked with them both separately. But now I can, I'm okay with their energies that come through. They bring their energies down, and I bring my energies up, and they meet me where they can. So if you all of a sudden start crying, it's perfectly normal. Some people do, and it's just their energy is so unconditionally given to us in a loving, divine way that they are. So, okay, I told you that. And so, as I end this, as you go out to bless the water, may the highest divine light codes continue to flow through these very sacred waters according to divine will. And blessings to you. And I thank you. And also, you can do the same thing and use some water and put it in the middle of the grid if you decide to do that as well, whether it's a grid that you laid out for yourself, or maybe it's just a natural one that you make that has different, aspects of it. So thank you.
Wow, that was truly beautiful. Thank you so much, Lisa Joan. What a gift to us, to our bodies, to our emotional bodies, our mental bodies, to be able to drink the blessed water every day and, have that integrate into our body and cells and create, life-given miracles, source-derived miracles within our own vessels. So thank you for that, as well as for the blessings of the waters of the earth. And then
So you,
uh,
I turn myself off now up to Julia.
I will also see what the beings want to bring through for us today. So far, I've just heard it's to do with compassion and generating more compassion. But let's go into a state of meditation and see what it is that they want to bring through. So, inviting you to close your eyes and just dropping back into the heart space. And really feeling our gratitude for the time that we have together here and now. For the life giving waters that support us and nourish us, enable us to thrive. And for the cycles, the circle of life that the waters are a part of, and we also are a part of too. And staying in that space of gratitude and just tuning into, feeling into the element of water within our own body. as rose quartz and also Archangel Ariel and Archangel Gabriel are stepping forward just to support us in raising the vibrational frequency of the water element within our own bodies. And then as the water in our cells vibrates at a higher frequency, is also helping to clear energetic blockages, dense emotions, or energy that is stuck that we no longer need. And bring us back into a state of greater energetic flow within our physical vessels themselves. And next, they are guiding me to work with the womb. The womb area. So, even if you have had an operation and your womb has been removed, or for the men listening, it's the energetic space of the womb within the body. As a very primordial, life-giving force within our body vessel. And so they've taken us to the womb, which is like an area of water within our body, but now they're activating it with a more fire-like energy to, as the activations that they bring in are bringing that energetic space within our bodies into harmony and balance, then a very creative energy, a fire-lit creative passion to pursue what it is that we love to do, to stand in our own authentic power of the truth of who we are, letting the creative expressions that we want to bring forth in the world just to flow through us. So that is being activated as an energy within us now. 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 And then they are taking us to the heart. Asking us to place our hands on our heart again. To feel the oneness of all life. And to allow a greater compassion for other beings, beginning with individuals in our life. To naturally arise within our heart as we rest in this place of deep heart connection. Like the surge of a tide. Compassion expanding, blooming in our hearts. Overflowing. To connect us with more compassionate bonds of love with the people in our lives. So just asking you to focus on the relationships in your life that you would like to have more compassion for the other, to be able to really appreciate them in their uniqueness, to see the gift of them, even when it may not always be easily apparent. And yes, you are also entering the space and placing in each of our hearts a golden sphere of energy. And with each breath, the golden sphere expands. Expanding first to reach the people that we have just been thinking of, perhaps naming silently. In this golden sphere of divine Christed love, which recognizes, which honors the unique way that the light of the divine expresses through each. Expanding that sphere out now to all the people in our town, our city, In the same way, honoring the uniqueness that life, divine energy is expressed in each. Expanding now to encompass the country we are living in. And then expanding out across the seas, reaching into other countries, through land borders, into all the countries of the world. This living light of compassion within us, knowing no borders, knowing humanity in the truth of the oneness that we are. And seeing the whole of the world being surrounded in this golden sphere of light. Allowing our hearts to open a little bit more, and then a little bit more. To the beauty of all creation. Now expanding this love to include also the animals, the insects, the birds, the reptiles, the mammals, the aquatic beings. As we hold in our own hearts the intention that each will be blessed through this month's intention, as we as a group of light anchors collectively bless the waters of the world. Water can go everywhere, it can flow through the tiniest crack, it flows underground. It knows no borders. So asking that our intention for the healing of hearts and bodies is we are nourished by the life-giving water that is blessed by Yeshua, Mary, Mother of Yeshua, in the beautiful practice that Lisa Joe has shared with us. And then the waters within our body, the emotional aspect also of the heart, holding the intention that those blessings, as the water reaches every person on the planet, those blessings, those healings may also reach every person, every being, every animal on the planet. And we may together collectively experience a deep healing of the heart that allows us to recognize the uniqueness in each and to be able to see with fresh perspective and the eyes of the divine the beauty in the uniqueness of each. And then we are invited for a moment to come back into our own heart space. And just to feel the love that fills this space. To know that we are this love, and that this love pours and flows through us in our words, in our actions, through the way our thought, energy, and our healing intentions reach the people around us and support them. And just spending a moment of quiet gratitude to self. Thanking also the guides and the helpers that have supported us today. And also every being who is sharing in this collective experience of co-creating Gaia together by the energy that we bring. Asking that the waters, the etheric waters, may cleanse and purify our energy. And so the energy that we bring to this co-creation is rooted in our unique truth and grounded in the divine love that flows through each of our hearts when we open to allow it to. And thanking each of you for taking part in this journey today And when you're ready, inviting you to open your eyes and to come back to the room that you're in.
That was beautiful, Julia. Thank you so much. Especially the part about the womb. I never ever thought about that, but it's a good analogy because as women, we carry life within us as well. So that's a very important aspect, that you brought forward about that as well. So very good.
Thank you. I didn't know we were going there, but it seems, the breaking of the waters as well. The womb is a deeply feminine element. It makes perfect sense that it came through in that way.
Yes, it's thank you. Thank you so much for doing that. And then, of course, there's the aftercare. Kind of listen to your body. If you have a lot of energy, that's great. If you don't, allow yourself to rest. Even maybe do some journaling if you had a unique experience or outlook that came through after the two thing the meditation and then the message meditation that Julia did as well. So, are you ready to light your candle, Julia? And then I will need to give you, um, when you share, I'll give you permission to share
Okay,
your
I'll do that
prayer.
first. I'll see if I can do that now.
Okay. Okay, I see it, Julia.
Excellent. I just like my candle also.
Okay. And if you guys have your candle, it's a perfect time to go ahead and light it, if that's what you would like to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I will start off this beautiful prayer that Julia made for all of us. It's called Blessing of the Waters of the World. Beloved Source, Divine Love Light, Creator Energy, infusing all. May you protect and bless the waters of the earth. May their water be clean and oxygenized. May their pH and nutrient levels be balanced and life thrive in them.
May their life-giving streams reach all the places upon the earth where water is scarce and needed for life to thrive. May moderation, balance, and your protection be brought to the places where water levels are dangerously high.
May we may we as humanity honor the sacred life-giving waters. May our relationship with them swift. May we interact with the waters of Gaia in respectable and substantiable ways.
We call on our higher dimensional helpers. Saint Germain, place your sacred violet flame around the earth, purifying and aligning with a higher frequency all her lands and waters. Archangel Ariel, put your seal of protection on the waters and the aquatic life who live in them.
Archangel Gabriel, Yeshua and Mary, Mother of Yeshua, clear our minds of density and stagnant emotions and thoughts and reconnect us to the source aligned flow of life. Awaken our minds to conceive of our planet as a living consciousness and connect with the sacredness of water and nature again.
Archangel Michael, raise the vibrational frequency of the waters upon the earth to support life being vital and thriving and humanity's highest timeline at this time. Lemurian priestesses and priests, fill the waters with new earth frequencies that they may be carried to the four corners of the earth.
Arcturians, activate the water in our bodies and cells and the waters of the earth to support us in embodying our highest health and with ascension codes that support our highest source aligned transformation at this time.
Through the anchoring of this intention, may we be vessels of transformation for the greater benefit of all beings living upon the earth. So it is.
So it is done. Very beautiful. Perfect. Okay. Well, that concludes the June mission. Everything has been posted within the group earlier, I believe this morning, or if you're in the US, it would be our morning, by Julia. So if you have any questions, everything will be posted up there. The affirmations that we will be doing are going to come every other day instead of every single day, which allows you a little time to think about the affirmation and fully embody the affirmation as you speak it out loud.
And we would just like to thank everybody for joining your hearts with ours and being the anchor for the light to come into the planet, and which we know you're doing in your own lives and your own ways too. But for when we come together in this way, it really amplifies the power of the intention, especially working with the guides as we are. So thank you all so much. And we look forward to seeing you in the group and then again next month.
You guys take care. Bye.